Yo, sub traders, how y'all doing? Had to make a quick video for you guys about the truth about fear and trading. The most insane thing happened yesterday where I work on marine tours out here, and as part of my work, I had to chase a shark off. The shark was circling us, and we drop people for dolphin tours. And I'm at the back of the line on Shark Watch, and there's 50 people in line to get back on the boat, take off their fins one by one, and I have my eyes on the shark. And it's 6-foot oceanic shark, and it's aggressive, it's interested in us, it's right up at our feet, right? So someone has to dive down to try to chase it off. So me and the cameraman were taking turns doing that. And you know, what's so interesting about that experience is when I saw that shark, I didn't experience fear at all. Even though there's a physical danger, I experienced excitement and euphoria. I was so giddy. And what's also interesting is I climb up these mountains over here, right? I climbed up to the top of this one a couple weeks ago. You start right over here, go up this ridge, very long hike. The high point is right over here. And I didn't experience any fear in that. So I climbed that mountain, I didn't experience any fear despite there were certain sections that were very narrow and dangerous. Like there was one section where I'm kind of leaning off the edge. I have to lean in because it's sloping down towards the edge. And I'm grabbing whatever foliage is on the side to help steady myself. And the grass clump is breaking, and I look over and it's exposure drop to my death. And I'm like, why don't I feel fear? But it's interesting. I come home from the shark encounter and it's time for my trading session, and I'm like, yo, I feel a little bit afraid. Because I could log in, I'm in trades. If I made money, it makes no difference to my day. My day is perfect as is. I got a peak experience. But if I lose money, it could fuck up my day a little bit. And I just think it's so interesting that, and you might experience this, fear in trading. You probably do. If you trade at all, you probably experience some amount of fear sometimes. I experience fear in trading sometimes before logging in, sometimes when I'm watching a trade and it's moving against me. I definitely experience fear in trading. And it's interesting because there's no harm that can happen. There's no physical harm. You're not physically in danger, right? I'm not physically in danger. Why am I afraid? And it's also, oh, well, maybe I over-risked. Not really, because I'm in a position where I work jobs and I have side income that covers my expenses, and I've got still over a year's income just sitting in a high interest savings, plus I have my trading account, and at risk I had a month's rent at risk, which, I mean, it's meaningful, but losing it doesn't matter because I have 100 more months rent to risk, right? Plus I have my own job. So it's not basically, what am I afraid of? It's so interesting. Come on, Doug. It's so interesting to me, fear. We make ourselves fearful, right? That's the only conclusion I can have, is that stress is imagined to a degree, that stress is optional. And I want to trade, and I want my trading to be fear-free. I want my trading to be fear-free, and not in a euphoric way where it's a foolish way where I just risk everything, nothing bad can happen. But I don't see a reason why trading needs to be a fearful experience. In my own case, I think it's just accumulated trauma from 4 or 5 years of over risking, and maybe I'm not afraid of losing money, I think, actually, but I'm afraid of losing time. I'm afraid that when I log into my session, I'm gonna sometimes, when I log in, or I had days where I'm just on the charts for 8 hours and I'm up late and I'm staring at the chart. I think maybe that's what I'm afraid of, is losing, loss of control, perhaps, or it's something that I need to reflect on more. But it's so interesting, and maybe you can relate to me, that there's certain things you'd think would cause fear because of physical danger, right? Soon here we're gonna have big surf, and I'm gonna be out there in the surf, and I'm gonna be surfing big waves, and there's gonna be some danger to that. and I'm not going to be particularly afraid of it. So why do I need to be afraid of numbers, candles on a screen that don't have any effect on my my lifestyle? Losing makes no difference. Winning can make a difference, but losing makes really no difference, right? So I don't have all the answers for you, but meditate on that and think about that. Why be afraid? What are you actually afraid of in trading? Is it optional? Is it necessary? I think it's optional. And I think a lot of it has to do with accumulated trauma, because I didn't feel afraid when I started trading. It was really when things, I realized that I could lose money basically if I didn't. It was possible to lose everything if you're reckless. That fear began, which is good. I guess it's necessary to have some fear, or it's good to have a little bit of fear, because otherwise, if you're totally reckless or fearless, you could lose everything. But beautiful ocean, huh? Morning. But so much of the stress that we feel and the fear in trading is totally self-created. I don't know, maybe it's good to go to a hypnotist or have a psychology coach or something like that. But yeah, I also notice at times I'm more anxious and fearful first thing when I wake up in the morning. And I never check the charts at that time for that reason. I like to come out and swim or work out, do whatever, to kind of set myself and prime myself, because it's hard trading well from a state of fear. I need a little bit of, not even courage, but just trading from a neutral state. So that's a little bit about the truth about fear in trading. Is it's not real, and it's so interesting. But you tell me your thoughts. Comment down below. Why do you think you personally experience fear in trading? Reflect on it. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of losing money and losing time? Are you afraid of being stuck in your job forever that you don't like? Comment down below. I'm interested to hear. I guess for me, a lot of it is I'm afraid of losing my time, getting sucked in. That's one of the things. I guess I'm also afraid never having kids or being able to afford having kids. And trading is part of the ticket for that. So maybe that's part of it, but I'm not really in any rush to do it. And that's one of the reasons I trade, because I make enough money for me on my own. But if I want to have kids, trading is how that's going to be more possible. But yeah, look forward to hearing what y'all have to say down below about fear and why you think you experience fear trading when you do. Something we can get into together. All right, much love. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.